Have you ever felt guilty for releasing someone out of your life and knowing that maybe you've known a person for so many years, you've been, through a lot with that person, you've experienced a lot of things together, they've been with you through the most darkest seasons of your life. But after all these years, suddenly now, it's like you guys don't no longer align. You can feel the energy, it's sort of drifting apart. You can feel them. It's not that they're distancing themselves, but more like the energy, the energy between the two of you is no longer aligned. There's that energetical distancing that is taking place effortlessly. You both are not forcing it to happen. None of you wants to end the relationship or the friendship rather. None of you wants to separate, but there's this thing that, your conversations are starting to be awkward, and being in each other's presence is starting to feel weird. Like sometimes you don't know what to say to each other. Things are just becoming awkward, and deep down you know that you are growing apart, but you are holding on to the years you've known each other, the things you've been through together, experiences, and the good, the bad, and you have to release them so that they can live that abundant free life and explore something new into their lives, meet someone new, or you need to meet someone new, make a new friendship, or meet a new partner, whatever the case, but you're just holding on to what is familiar. And once you finally decide that, let me just, this is not working out, let me just distance myself and stay away, suddenly, you are covered with guilt, especially when you see them somewhere, see them at the mall, at the park, or you just drive past them, and you start feeling guilty for being the one who made the decision to distance yourself because you felt like you were no longer aligned with that person. I want to tell you that you don't have to feel guilty. I know how it feels. I've been through it. I had a very strong friendship for so long. My friend and I actually shared a star sign. We were both born on the same month, the same day, just different years. And she was a very wonderful soul, and I believe she still is. But I could feel us drifting apart. It was so weird because she's the one who first started no longer being available, and I was okay with that. I did not force or question it. I did not, she was just no longer available, and I was like, oh, it's okay, she's busy with whatever it is. Like, she's adventuring her life, she's exploring new things, new people, new friendships, and I was cool with it until suddenly when I started doing something in my life that was different from what she known or left me doing, or the last time she was with me, I was this level, and now I'm moving to the next level. Now she wants to come back and be a part of that, and it was hard for me to accept that. I did, but it was so awkward because I felt like there was a manipulative energy between us, like she was manipulating me. She was just trying to get her way through. She was not genuine. She was, but it's so funny how I felt guilty for ghosting her after I realized that you're only coming back because you find me elevating in some sort of a way, and now you want to come back and be friends. But you left me and paid attention to other people, and I don't blame you. I even told her, I remember we were driving, and I said to her that I felt you drifting apart, and I let you go because I believe that you have freedom to do so. You don't have to be my friend. And she said, no, I was just going through certain changes and situations in my life that I was dealing with, and I wanted to deal with it alone, and all of that. And I thought, okay, but with everything, every hardship that I went through, we were together, and for you not to need me when you go through certain situations, I just felt like we were growing apart, and it's okay. And she said, no. But I could feel that there's so much lies, manipulation going on, and I didn't like it. The energy was just off. I decided to ghost her, and when I did, every time I would bump into her, because I would come across her, like maybe she didn't see me, or maybe she did and she pretended not to, because I also did the same thing. I would go home and feel guilty and just miss, have those memories where we were good friends and we had good times and bad times, and I found myself feeling guilty for ghosting her and releasing her and setting her free. And not only was I setting her free, I was also setting myself free from holding on to something that was no longer growing and serving purpose. Just holding on to old memories, old energy. So I had to let it go so that I allow myself to embrace new things and allow myself to be in that energy of abundance of and freedom of new relationships, freedom to be and to receive, and anyway, don't ever feel guilty, because the lesson that I learned from that is that you will attempt to go back to that person and rekindle things because you feel guilty, make up for whatever. But trust me, it's only gonna go from there to worse because how it ended, I would say swiftly, but if you're gonna go back now, it's gonna be rough, it's gonna be crazy. You'll point fingers at each other. You did this, you did that, and blame each other for this. And when I look back, I'm thinking, oh my God, it ended silently. A lot was not said, but felt. And if you ever attempt to go back, the intentions on both sides sometimes are impure, because even if I'm the one who makes the decision to go back, my intentions are not pure. I'm doing it out of guilt. Is it really what I want? No, it's not. You're just doing it out of feeling guilty, So don't go back to a person just because you feel guilty for leaving them. Set them free, even if you're the one who was wrong. Forgive yourself. That's key number one. That is very important. Forgive yourself. Forgive them for whatever they ever did to you. Learn to release and let go so that you start a new slate in your life, allowing new things and new blessings to come in, because holding on to old energy and old people and places and things blocks our blessings. It blocks the abundance. It blocks a lot of things that are meant to come into our experience, because we are so focused in the past. We are living in the past. Let it go. Don't feel guilty for dumping someone because you felt like it's no longer working. Even if maybe you cheated, you got dumped, or you dumped someone for someone, the guilt will hit you very hard. But try not to go back to someone because you are feeling guilty. Go back because you are still in love with the person and you are genuine. Don't just want to, a certain person had good energy, so I want to siphon their energy one more time. That is you being an energy vampire. That is evil. So rather, just be authentic, true to yourself, so that you are true to the next person. Release them in truth and in spirit, and allow them to be, set them free, and allow yourself to be free as well.